Anybody could reel in that.
Nice, you caught it!
New record. I want to get one more fish. I want the pond tilapia. X triangle. X triangle. Over there. X triangle. Nope, neither of these are what I wanted. Alright, we'll catch this fish and then we'll move on. We can find some other ponds, get some other fish that we don't have yet. The dude will give us more lures that'll make it easier to catch the ones we're missing. We don't need to clear out this pond right now, especially when we have just the Dahnan bass bobber. Get over here, dumb idiot. Plus, we made some money and got some food material, presumably.
It's not bad, per se.
You take your fishing pretty
seriously. That's a tiny trout. All right, good stuff, Kisara. Well done, well done. What you got for me? Let me see how many types of fish you caught. 3, huh? Let me give you a little something. Elegant swimmer, let's go. New bobber to use later. And you know what? We've been running around as Shion for a little while, so let's run around as Rinwell. Rinwell, words. Rinwell. Hi there. Woo, you're a lifesaver. Now I can get back to my mission. Sorry, forget I spoke. Carry on, don't mind me. Yo, thanks for the infantry shield.
I'm always amazed what healing arts can do.
Just doing my job. No need to thank me.
That is something new for Kisara. Ooh, I like it. This is the one that the Renans use. It is very bad stat-wise, though. But it looks cool. We're fine with what we got for now.
Hey. Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it.
Going from employee and employer to just friends takes a minute.
I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
You love to see it. Hello. Sell. Ooh, baby, look at all that cash. Oh, we can make so much money by fishing. Have I mentioned that I love fishing in this game? I'm gonna buy 2 orange gels, basically with all the fish we just did. And then forge weapon, let's take a look at this real quick. Ooh, baby, we got some new stuff. Why does this look like a carrot? I need a hard spherical shell. And also I need my long sword. Oh, the refine. I remember this. You can like upgrade earlier weapons. The refined gale wing looks pretty sick, not gonna lie. But we are missing stuff. Ignis Roar, Blackthorn, Grouper Flood looks cool. Okay. Taming Water, 2nd edition. Did the books just get a 2nd edition? That's funny. I need 1 Astral Crystal for Arts of the Cosmos, which is a big buff, plus 69 magic attack. Yeah, a lot of materials that we do not yet have, unfortunately. Refined Crystal Knuckles, looking mighty nice. Feline Bastion. That is a rock. The Flashbang Shield. Oh, the Flashbang Shield looks nice, actually. I think I remember using this shield looks-wise for Kisara for a good while. I would actually really like to make that one just for the aesthetic, to be honest. Alright. Can't really mess with that yet. What do we got going on over here? The Grit Emblem. Resistance plus 30%. Move and escape speed up. Lame. Elemental attack sounds fun. Alright. Still don't feel like we're at the point in the game where the accessories really start to pop off, so I'm not paying much attention to them, but in the future they'll get a lot better. Also, I forgot that I had, we can make horses now? Agile are herbivores that sleep while standing. They deliver brutal kicks with their strong hind legs, discouraging stray Zoogles from attacking. Sure, dude. Let's get some horse and then some more cow going. May as well. Nap time.
Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian Guard, right?
Originally, I've added some flair to it in a lot of places.
I noticed, especially with that open back.
We guardsmen pride ourselves on never showing our back to our enemies. It's my way of making myself live up to that. Plus, it makes it that much lighter and easier to maintain.
Dohalim, do you have anything to say about this?
Every guardsman is allowed to wear their armor as they see fit.
And you, Law?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
It's a poor Law. Poor Law. Alright, who up cooking? What was that dish that I needed that would just give me a... I think it was for Alphen. There was like a specific dish like, hey, if you make this, then you get a title. I don't remember what it was, but I imagine... if I saw it, I would remember it. Was it chicken? I think it was chicken something. I can't remember. Was it roasted chicken? I think it was just roasted chicken. Well, we don't have access to it, I'm pretty sure. I don't have the thing for it. So, dropped items, small up, cooking effect duration plus 20% from Kisara could be good. What is this? That's defense up small? Yeah, let's make some lohaketu. However you pronounce this.
Thanks for waiting. Eat as much as you like.
And you know what? We'll talk with Kisara as well.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives, so it was just the two of us growing up. He was my idol, the one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him. You know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
This might take a while.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay.
Ba-da-bum-bum, ba-da-bum.
Before we go, do you guys have everything?
I believe we do. Where is it like right in the next area where I get the thing I'm thinking
Something
of?
feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Maybe it's further in the game than I thought. We should go back and do the side quests first.
I just noticed none of you other Dahnans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Dahnan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman, and this is my chance to have a new beginning.
Good for you, Kisara. Good for you.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Dahnan, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Dahnans in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Dahnans in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
It do be that way sometimes. Chat says that the thing I'm thinking of is on this screen. So we're gonna go a little bit further and see if we get it. These things are level 27. Nah, we should go back and fight the giant Zoogles. I'm gonna go back and fight the giant Zoogles. It's not a big deal if we don't get the thing before fighting them. We can wait. Get them on the ground. Behold my power. I said, behold it. Goodbye. But we need to be using Dohalim.
Well done. Do it. This one's got your name on it.
Ashes to ashes.
I wonder if we can make new weapons with this.
This one bird wasn't in that fight for some reason. Oh, hey, guys. Oh, is it right here, actually, that I get it? This is a pain. Why can't this Zoogle stand still?
All right.
Ha! Perhaps it's time I deploy my secret weapon. I'll stop it right where it stands. Oh, no, this is the tutorial for Dohalim. Dohalim's boost attack grows vines from the ground to ensnare enemies and strike them. Effective on fleet-footed enemies, this nullifies their evasive abilities and downs them. Tutorial start.
There's nowhere to run from my heart. When he slows down, that's our chance.
Get wrecked, idiot. I love that it makes their feet all grassy looking. I need to hit the other one for the tutorial bit, I'm realizing now. Come at me, bro. Or don't, whatever. I've done it. Success! When fast enemies like wolves or monkeys appear, send in Dohalim. His boost attack will nullify their evasive abilities and keep them from dodging. Pog. Champion. Nailed him. Ow, my feelings. Here we go, here we go, here we go. You ready, Dohalim? You ready, Dohalim? Keep the dream alive. Keep the dragon swarming. No, 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 I'm right there, I'm right there, I'm right there. Let's go. I'm mad.
All yours, Kisara.
Giant green crystal sword, also very cash money, gotta admit. Dude, this thing is so dead. Yo, you ever heard of a mystic art before, buddy? I mistimed it horribly, don't talk to me.
In an instant.
Oh, dude, Impact Cross is so good.
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Dahnan relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Dahnan history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course.
Crocodile Crusher? Ages ago, this worn-down hammer was used to beat back crocodiles. Those skilled enough to dual-wield it were lauded as champions. Oh, artifacts! I vaguely remember this. They, oh yeah, they give you special bonuses. Artifacts confer special effects simply by having them, some of which serve as bonuses that can be enjoyed after clearing the game. You can toggle each of the effects on or off from the artifact effect list. Let's go! Additional art panels. Okay, cool. It was right there. This is what I wanted, because now we can have up to 6 arts instead of just 3. I remember when I was first playing Arise, I was having a really fun time and I was loving it, but I was talking about, like, man, it really sucks that we only get, like, 3 arts set at a time, mostly because I was thinking of Xillia, which lets you set up, like, 16 arts or something ridiculous. Or 12? It's a big number. And I was like, I really hope, like, surely at some point they let us add more arts. And they finally do after you finish Elder Menancia. I wish they would have given us this a little bit earlier, but better late than never. You can now set 6 additional arts. Press triangle on the arts screen to switch between panels. Arts that are set to the second panel can be executed by pressing L2 on either triangle, square, or X. Let's go. And now we can hunt down artifacts for other bonuses. Pog Champion. Faster AG recovery. I thought you would go here first before the arena. I mean, I said we would do the arena after the thing, and the arena was right there. I was planning on doing everything in Elder Menancia before coming over here, but I didn't remember that we'd have so many Gigant Zoogles to fight, so I wanted to get this before all of the Gigant Zoogles. Doing the arena first before coming here is a difference of, like, 10 to 15 minutes. It's really not anything to fuss over.
There's history in the air here. I can smell it.
I don't smell anything.
Don't encourage him.
You're quite the gunslinger.
I have to be, in this world.
Don't worry. I've got your back.
Demi-human muscle.